troubleshoot. Okay, you can close. So our for the step for meshing is finished. So the next step after meshing is to do the setup. Again, for the I will do the default setup for the software processors. 6 software GPUs. You can put 0. If you have a GPU, you can set it, but I don't know. I think actually it's not affecting the simulation because I think maybe I think the software will only using processor to do the computation. So the GPU, because the graphic card usually for the visualization. So I don't know. I'm still not in that reach on that level. Um, okay, okay, okay. So here's our geometry. Oh my god. So for setup, not general. Go to the models. You need to set the energy equation, energy on. So uh, the simulation will also consider the energy transfer through at this tube. Okay. For that, go to the material to define what kind of fluid that will you use. Okay. So before we will use water liquids and engine oil. Yeah. So here, so basically the software already provide you the properties for the two for for the both fluids. So I can just put the what's the water liquid W. Okay, and copy here, and then for the engine oil, A B C D E F, engine oil, copy. I wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, engine oil, copy. Okay. I'm sorry. Close it, delete it, delete. Okay, flip. Okay. Hi. Okay. Engine oil first, copy. Okay. Put cross section, and then for the water liquid, copy. Close. Okay, so we already have the properties here. Okay, so you can close. If you have for example, you have different different fluids, and the properties of the fluids that you want to do the simulation is not provided by ANSYS. Sadly, I you need to do the you need to define your fluid properties first in here. Like the density, you need to define the density by yourself, the specific heat, and so on. Yeah, you need to define your properties by yourself. Okay, if you the ANSYS not provide you the type of fluid that you need it. Here, okay, we already defined the fluid that we want to use. And the next step is go to the cell zone fluid to define your fluid in your domain fluids. Okay, so for the oil domain, we will use the engine oil. So you can go here and then put the engine oil here, and then close. And for the water domain here, you can go for the water liquid. Okay, and close. And here this step you already define the fluid properties for your fluid domain, for water domain and the oil domain. Okay. And then for the next step is boundary condition, those inlet and outlet setup that you need to define first. Okay. So for the inlet oil, okay. So based on calculation, we will do for the hot mass flow. So you need close it first, and then where's how? Oh, here. Okay. Inlet oil, the type. You need to redefine first, because before you define the velocity inlet, because you need the mass flow inlet. And there you go. For the mass flow inlet, we already know this is for inlet oil. Inlet oil is hot fluid, hot mass flow 0.01. 0.01. Okay. And then for the direction of flow, you can just put the normal to boundary. Okay. And for the turbulence, so we expect the turbulence in the inlet. There's the flow through the inlet will be a turbulence flow. Okay. So you can go here and choose the intensity and hydraulic diameter. The hydraulic diameter is the area that the fluid flow through your tube. So for the hot fluid, because hot fluid is in the inner diameter, so we can go for the inner diameter here, 0.5 meter. Yeah. Okay. That you can press apply. And for the temperature inlet, the temperature inlet will be 100 Celsius, which is, I'm sorry, Celsius to Kelvin. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not remember the. Okay. So 373 Kelvin. Apply. This is for the temperature inlet. Okay, the inlet oil setup is done. Next, for the inlet water, change here for the mass flow inlet, and then go here. The inlet water, the mass flow for water is cold mass flow 2 kg per second. 2. Okay, same for the inlet water here. For the hydraulic diameter for the cold region, the water domain. So because the water will be flow through this area, not full area, so we need find the hydraulic diameter. How? Uh, uh, by using the formula, the outer diameter minus the inner diameter. So 1 meter minus 0.5, which is 0.5 meter. Okay, you can choose apply. And then for the temperature inlet for our water domain, 30 degree Celsius. Okay. And done. And the water is done. Okay, so that, except from inlet, we need to define the outlet for our heat exchanger. So for the outlet oil here, you can stay on the pressure outlet. Okay, And then here you need to change. You can set for the default setup, yeah, but for the here you need same for the inlet setup. Outlet oil 0.5, yeah, 0.5. And for the backflow total temperature, you need to you need to define the backflow temperature. You can just take a guess, like how much the temperature will be on the outlet side of your fluid domains based on the uh, temperature inlet. It will not affect the computation. This is only just for the guess because we know that if there's a turbulence in here, that will be has a backflow temperature, and the backflow will provide the heat. So because the backflow will provide the heat, that will be affecting the because the backflow is because the backflow providing the heat. This will be take the consider for software to do the calculation. So this is just take a guess, like where for the oil from inlet to the outlet will be because the outlet oil is the hot domain, hot region. So the outlet will be the temperature for in the outlet side will be reduced from the inlet temperature, and for the cold fluid is vice versa. So yeah, just take a guess. So if the temperature inlet for the outlet oil for the oil domain in the temperature inlet is 370, yeah, 373, yeah, maybe that will be decreased to 700 370. Okay, just take a guess. And then done. After that, go to the outlet water here, and then same as before, 0.5. And then for the Thelma is same for the outlet oil. Just take a guess. If the temperature inlet 300, because this is called domain, the temperature outlet will be increased. Yeah, maybe 310. Okay, and apply. And then you can close it. Okay. Okay, so for the next step, after you complete all the boundary setup, what you need to do is to define the results that you want from this simulation. Okay, so what we want to look the res what we try to achieve the result for this simulation is to see or to look how the value of the temperature outlet for both fluids, and also the pressure drop uh, for these both fluids to flow through the tubes. This is happen due to the condition that what kind of pump that we should utilize it for uh, for the both of fluids. Okay, so because we need temperature and also pressure, what you can do is to go to the report definition. But before that, we need to define our methods for this solution first. Okay. So for the methods, the solution methods that we use, I will stick to the default setup by using the couple for the seam, and everything is set up default. And I will change here to use the pseudo. No, I will not use the pseudo time method, and choose the high order time relaxation to relax my calculation. for all variables. Okay, after the methods done, the next step is to define the report to define our results by click the report definition, right click, new, and go to the surface report and go to the mesh weighted average. In here, let's change for the name. We go to the temperature reports. Okay, and then for the option for per surface, and for the field of variable, we go to the temperature. The temperature that we want to see. Let's go to inlet oil and inlet water, and for the important part is outlet oil and outlet water. That you can just click OK. That's for the temperature. And for the pressure, you can go report definition, new, same as before, max weighted average, change the name, pressure reports, and take the per surface, then go for the inlet oil and also the outlet oil and water. Then okay, you finish, and then after that you can go. After we already define the result that we need, we can go to the initialization to initialization method to initial the our computation, the calculation, everything, simulation, whatever. You can go to initialization and then go to hybrid initialization and press the initialize. Blah, blah. Okay, after the initialization is done, let's do the calculation. Go to the run calculation and choose your number of iterations. So the number of iteration is defined uh, until your simulation reach to the convergence uh, convergence point. Okay. You may check the what the what is the what you can show what is the limit that we can say that our simulation is convergence. Can try to do the research. Okay, I will not I will not explain you more. Okay, about the convergence. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, that you can choose the number of iteration and then go to calculate. And after this, the simulation will process the software will process your simulation and do the calculation. Okay, so okay, so before we put the number of iteration is 500, but the software found that the results is already convergent is in iteration in 81 iteration, and so the software the calculation is not needed because the convergence is already achieved in the 81 iteration. But if we want to do more iteration, you can go on to here. The report, not the report, the monitor. Go to residuals and put the so advanced condition, so advanced option, and then choose the conversion calculation to none. Okay, and then do the calculation. Yeah, you can choose this setting for current and future calculation, and then the calculation is will be do will continue until the number of iteration is achieved to 500. Okay, but uh, what you need, what you want to do, I mean, it's useless, because the result is already convergent and you don't need to do the iteration. So I will stop here, okay? Because we don't need the further iteration calculation. Okay, after that, how we can look the results. So the convergence can be seen in this graphic. This graphic is already stable, right? It's already stable. And here is already stable too for the graphic, for the graph. But what you can do is another uh, another way to look if the your simulation is already convergent is by go here the reports and then go to the flux and then go to the mass flow rate and go to the inlet oil inlet water and the outlet oil outlet water, then compute. You can see that in the inlet oil and also in the inlet water, the value of the mass flow rate is you can say is still same. What the meaning of this is that we know the principle of equilibrium energy, that the energy inlet is equal to the energy outlet. And you can see there's a no, it's not absolute zero, but it's reaching to the zero. And yeah, you can call it a zero maybe. So there's no the energy inlet in the inlet oil is still same for the outlet oil. That's the way to see if your calculation is convergence. Okay. So to find how the temperature the outlet temperature for our simulation is to go here. Where? I'm sorry. Mm, Go to the report definition. Click here and go to the compute. This is so you can see this is the pressure drop that happening in this tube in this heat exchanger. So the pressure drop for the oil is 0.05 Pascal minus 0. So the pressure drop is 0.05 for the oil, and for the water itself, the pressure drop is 0.007 minus 0, which is 0.007 Pascal. So this is the specification that you need to define what kind of pump that you should use for this case, for this heat exchanger, to so the both of fluid can flow through your heat exchanger. And then after that, the temperature you can see here. Also same for the pressure. You can go here and do the computation, the choose compute, and you can see this the inlet oil and inlet water is still same that we used before, and for the outlet oil is 335.5 Kelvin, which is in Celsius. I'm forget Kelvin to Celsius. Okay, 62 Celsius. Oh, 62 62 degrees Celsius. And for the outlet water is still same. Is still same. Is in the 30 degree of Celsius. That increasing about 0.1. And when we take a look for our calculation here, so based on the calculation, the hot fluid or the oil fluid temperature, outlet outlet oil temperature will be 60 degree of Celsius, and for the water outlet temperature is 30 degrees of Celsius. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit different, about 2 degrees in Celsius for the outlet temperature for oil. But yeah, this due to the mass, maybe the quality of mass and also the length of the pipes is not 0. We only take the absolute number 0.3 meter, so it will maybe affect the calculation, but we can assume that the result is pretty same. And then for also for the outlet water. And yeah, so that's how you do the simulation. And if you want to see the path line of the fluids through your heat exchanger, you can go to here, go to graphic path line, also right here. Okay, path line, and then go to the new. Okay, you can go to draw the mesh first. So we want to only look for the outlet water, the outlet side to the inlet side. Okay, I will display here. Okay, close, and then choose your uh, uh, where do you want to release your fluid. You can choose the surface that which surface that you want to release the fluids. Okay, so we choose the inlet, of course, and then choose the pulse mode to the continuous, so it will continuously show you the display, and then go to pulse, so you can see the flow animation here. So the outside will be on the hot for water, and in the inside is for uh, the oil. Okay, and that's it for the simulation of the concentric tube heat exchanger for the cross flow type. So maybe you can try it at home for the the parallel type concentric tube. You can do it, and that's it for our simulation today. I hope you have a new insight after watching this video, or new knowledge, and maybe I hope this video will help you to do your study or projects, and I hope you for the best. And if you have any further question, you can reach me through the email that I attached this channel. Please give us your support by clicking subscribe this channel, and also like this video. And please, if you have any correction or any comment, you can comment on the comment section in this video. I hope you have nice days. I hope you have a nice days, nice days, nice days. I hope you have nice days and goodbye.